All right, folks, welcome back to the channel. Ghana is on the news for all the wrong reasons. This lady right here, she moved to Ghana a couple of years ago, courtesy of the year of return, I suppose. And her experience here so far hasn't been very good. And so she did what most people do in our day and age. She went on social media to vent out her frustrations. And now the video has gone viral. Actually, the video hasn't gone viral, but the commentary certain content creators in the US are making on a video have gone viral. Like they're racking up millions of views. And as you'd imagine, Ghana is getting trolled. I mean, she's getting trolled as well. We are both getting trolled. And I thought it would be hilarious to react to this video as well. But before I get into the video, the title of the video is I'm Ready to Go Back to America. Oh my God. I'm ready to go back to America. That's the title of the video. And the thumbnail she used for this particular video was a bunch of sheep.
Oh my God.
A bunch of sheep grazing, right? That's the thumbnail she picked for this video. Let's just get into it.
Good morning, YouTube. I tried so hard to stay here in Africa, but I really think my time is up now. I had enough.
Oh my God. This is like my third time watching the video. When she starts speaking, it's just so damn funny. It's going to be a long video. The video itself is about 6 minutes, but I'm sure it's going to be like a 30-minute reaction video.
I cannot afford to live here. I feel broke and I feel poor in Africa. I feel like I'm going to be out there selling some shit soon because this ain't making no sense to me. I pay $130 a day to drive around in a truck with no fucking radio. I paid $100 a day to live in a 2-bedroom and there's 6 of us with no hot water, no stove, no refrigerator. The refrigerator broke.
And it's 100 John Cena's.
It's $100.
I'm just going to give her the benefit of the doubt that the figures she's putting out there are actually real figures. She's not making them up. So she's spending about $100 renting a vehicle. I can't really comment on that because I don't really know how the car rental business operates in Ghana. I've never rented a car before, so I won't comment on that. $100 seems too steep. Okay, but the kind of car she's describing, okay, I looked it up on GG. I saw a Volkswagen, a very decent looking car, going for about 650 Ghana cedis a day. Okay, so $100 for such a car, as she described, doesn't make any sense. Just obviously getting cheap. Now with the apartments, $100 a day for an apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment, that roughly translates to about $3,000 every single month. Not a lot of Ghanaians make $3,000 a month. Okay, but we are able to live here comfortably. Okay, there are a lot of doctors that don't make nearly as much. They don't even make anything close to $3,000 because $3,000 is nearly 50,000 Ghana cedis. Some Ghanaians make that amount of money every single year. Okay, so that is obviously a lot of money to pay for a 2-bedroom apartment. Where I live in Tamale, okay, you can get a 5-bedroom apartment for that same amount for the entire year. Okay, now obviously Tamale isn't that, but there are places in Accra you can definitely get for way less money. And so this is most likely as a result of poor research, ignorance. They probably didn't do their research before coming to Ghana, and that's why they're in this situation.
On top of that, I got lizards crawling in the bed with me. I got fucking a whole infestation of ants. It's infested with bees. The house outside flooded yesterday. Then on top of that, not to mention we have no hot water to wash our ass.
As for the flood issue, Accra, a lot of places in Ghana have issues with flooding. I think flooding is universal, right? Every country in the world experiences flooding. Even New York, I've seen videos where New York City is literally flooded in water after a heavy downpour. Okay, so flooding is everywhere. But in Africa, in Ghana, I think it is particularly worse as compared to, the Western world where she's coming from. And so as for the flood situation, I can sympathize. I've made an entire video about it actually.
Every house I look for, the house is expensive as hell. Oh my God. 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, $1 million to live in a house where you look outside and all you see is turkeys and ducks and chickens and sheeps and old malnourished cows and shit. And
In Ghana, it's hard, but I've never seen a malnourished cow in Ghana. Okay, there's grass everywhere. These cows are able to eat, okay? I live in the northern region. It's like the cow capital of the whole of Ghana. And I've never seen a malnourished cow. So I don't know about that. But spending $1 million on property, I know the real estate situation in Accra has become very bad, okay? Especially ever since this whole year of retention was launched. A lot of people from the diaspora are coming back, and so real estate companies are just hiking up the prices because these guys presumably can afford to buy these buildings, right? But $500,000 is ridiculous. But I still write this off to ignorance. Ignorance, poor research. Because on that amount of money, you can put up mansions in Ghana, even in Accra, okay? In decent communities in Accra, the crime rate in all of Ghana is relatively low. And so if they had done proper research, they could have afforded to put up, that's if they wanted to build or even rent, they could have had better deals, okay, rather than the kind of prices she's quoting
I
currently.
can't afford to live here. I cannot. I paid $100,000 for my house and a good ass community. I'm surrounded by rich people in my neighborhood. I'm the brokest person on the block. But y'all, I'd rather go back to America and deal with the racism in America before I sit here in Africa and deal with the bullshit bribery, the bullshit fraud, the bullshit scams, the bullshit too expensive, the bullshit not having no snacks, the bullshit not having no food, the bullshit electricity, the bullshit hot water, the bullshit.
We should emphasize not having any snacks. Yeah, I feel that thing.
What's that shit called that be coming down?
Bullshit lizards.
The bullshit animals, it's scorpions outside the house, it's big ass spiders, it's big ass lizards, colorful lizards you ain't never seen before, all in the fucking room with you, sleeping with you. All the bullshit people trying to scam you when you go outside thinking you rich, so they trying to get more money off of you.
Okay, so I'll comment on these two things. She's talking about lizards. I think she's referring to wall geckos. As for those creatures, I think every Ghanaian has at least one in their house. Yeah, more or less your roommates. You can't get rid of them. You get rid of them, they'll just find a way of coming right back. Now, the scammer she's referring to, I think she's talking about the fact that, sometimes as a foreigner, you go to certain places to buy stuff and they will price you based on where you've come from. Okay, so there's a standard price that they should give to their customers. But because you have a foreign accent, they're going to overprice you. And as for that situation, it happens to everyone. Okay, when people come from Cote d'Ivoire and they give off that Ivorian accent and retailers notice that you're not from Ghana, they are going to try and hike the price. The same thing happened to Ghanaians who also moved to other countries in Africa. Okay, so it is not a problem that is peculiar to only African Americans or people from the diaspora or foreigners who move to Ghana. And it also happens to indigents as well. If I go out right now to town to try and buy something and I dress very well, I kind of radiate wealth, okay, to the retailers. They think I'm a wealthy person because of how I'm dressed. They'll raise the price. They'll hike the price. Don't give me the original price. That's just how retailers are. They'll charge me based on how I appear, okay? In their mind, you're rich, and so you can pay more. Okay, so this thing actually happens to locals as well. It is not just foreigners. And that is why in a place like Ghana, bargaining is part of our culture. When they hike the price, you bargain. Okay, you don't go out to buy stuff without having a fair idea of how much those stuff cost. And so when they quote a price that seems unfair, you try and bargain. Unless you go to a place like ShopRite or any of these big, supermarkets or malls where you can't really bargain. But when you go out to the market sites to buy groceries or to do shopping, you have to bargain. That's just the way it is. So we bargain, foreigners must bargain, everyone must bargain. That's the way Ghana operates. And we don't really consider it scanning. Okay? To us, it is part of our culture. That is our way of life here in Ghana. But I can completely understand why she's pissed off by that particular occurrence.
I'm really trying to wrap my head around this shit. I'm really trying to wrap my head around how are Americans coming to Africa and being happy. Please comment down below. Because for me, I'm ready to go. And I always used to say, if it's up to me, it will be. And I'm going to go out to Africa.
The Americans that are actually able to move to Ghana and build a life for themselves and those that do proper research. Okay, they research. Some of them even have people, they have contacts here in Africa, they have contacts in Ghana. Okay, and so they don't go through this stress, they don't go through this hassle because they are educated as to the terrain, the dynamics, okay, of living in this particular continent, in this country. You need to learn. You have to be taught. Otherwise, you find it very difficult adjusting to our way of life. So those who make it here are those who do their research, okay, and they are well prepared. They don't just wake up because of all the buzz, because of all the hype around, relocating to Africa. They actually do their research, and that is why they don't find themselves in situations like this.
Africa and make shit happen. No, I don't want to. I want to take my businesses back to America. I want to open up shop back in America, open up my dentist office and all the stuff that I was going to do out here in America. The fucking milk, they don't put the milk in the refrigerator. The milk is disgusting. It tastes like cream. The ice cream at the store tastes like Ensure. The fucking milkshake tastes like coffee. I can't eat here. I can't get nothing I like here. This place is just not for me. Yeah, I'm all African and I don't like to be here. This shit is crazy, y'all. This is really crazy. So I'm about to get over here and start packing my shit and get the fuck out of here. So I'll talk to y'all later.
Alright, so now despite everything she said, that's the end of the video. But despite everything she said, she's actually still in Ghana. Okay, this video was taken about 4 years ago. And after going on this rant on social media, for some reason, she never left. She's still in Ghana, and she still doesn't really have a very good experience in the country, okay? I've watched 2 other videos. Or was it 1 video? Okay, I've seen 1 other video of hers. A more recent video. It was taken about 3 weeks ago. And she's still ranting about how inconvenient it is to live in Ghana. Okay, so after 4 years, she's still here and she hasn't left. But personally, I still can't wrap my head around why African Americans in particular are grouping to the continent in mass. Now, I understand the whole racism thing going on in the US. I get that. And the fact that some of these guys, for them, moving to the continent is somewhat of a spiritual exercise, okay? They want to reconnect with their roots. I understand that as well. But, I mean, it's been in America for 4 centuries, over 400 years. Okay, your ancestors had to fight for their place in the US, and they fought, and they won. I understand that America is currently racist, but it's not as racist as it was 80, 100 years ago. You've actually come a very long way. So I don't understand why some of these guys are hell-bent to come in to Africa, okay, to start a new life here. I mean, why are you running? If you are coming here just to reconnect, I get that. But for those who are living in the name of we want to escape racism, it kind of feels they are leaving all of that history, okay, all of that struggle behind. People had to fight and die for the Black community to be where it is today. And so for those that are leaving to escape racism, I just feel like it is unfair, okay? For those that have fought in the past for your sake, it's unfair for you to abandon that fight and want to relocate. You are as American as every other Caucasian in America is. Okay, look at Donald Trump, for instance. His family came to America, 3 generations ago? I think his grandfather or great-grandfather moved to the US from Germany. I'm not too sure where they came from. But he's been in America for just 3 generations, and he's your president. That guy is not more American than this Black woman going on this rant, right? Because he's been there for less than 100 years. His family has been there for less than 100 years, I suppose. But Blacks have been there for over 4 centuries. You were there before America was America, So it doesn't make any sense that you'll be leaving. I don't mind African Americans coming to the continent. The problem I have with those coming is when their excuse for coming here is to escape racism. And I'm not saying stay there and deal with it. I'm saying stay there and make it better. Okay, build on what your ancestors worked You need to continue in their legacy. You don't just leave America and then claim you are going to embrace your African side. You can't escape America. America is in your blood. Okay, America is your home, whether you like it or not. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on this. I'll leave a link of a video or a channel in the comment section. If you are so inclined, you can go and see what she has been saying about her experience here in Ghana. Yeah. Thanks for watching.